Check 1, 2. Okay, it seems like the sound is okay. See if we can put the windows up. There we go. Probably drop this. So yeah, just wanted to come back and play a little more today. Whenever I always start trying to play Final Fantasy, it just kind of gets back into me pretty quickly, and just kind of want to push on through. This is a part of the game where I usually start to lose a little bit of interest. I have to kind of grind up here, so I just want to kind of get through this little section. See if everything's saved like I wanted it to. Sure enough. Quick peek at my characters. Everyone is at level 5. Status. Just to turn level 5, so we still have quite a bit of leveling up to go. I don't think I bought any level 3 magic yet. No. Nope. Okay, so here we are back around Elfland. I'll just always end up calling things the way I want to call them, not by their actual name. I think it's Elfland, actually. Might be wrong on that. Oh, that's right. My characters are very weak. They need armor. ASAP. I guess it's kind of a traditional thing to kind of do a little bit of an introduction on each stream. Well, I streamed once before earlier this morning, just getting another one up and going, just for the fun of it. Should I guess introduce myself. My name is James. I am a gamer, like to play games, and I don't just play retro games, although that's what I'm streaming right now. Just want to play through the original Final Fantasy. It's a nostalgia run. It's not a speed run or challenge run, and just kind of going through it because I haven't beaten it in probably 20 plus years. Okay, maybe a little bit less than that. I don't know. What is time? One thing I do know is that just curious here. Oh, never mind. I just don't remember seeing the preview on my broadcast showing up the same way as it is right now. Sorry, got distracted. That's right. I'm gonna head back to Pirate Town. Should remember what Pirate Town is called, but I don't remember what Pirate Town is called. I do remember that I had trouble with sea hags. Or sahags. So last time was my first stream. Put it out there. I don't know that there were some people who joined and watched for a little while. Nobody joined the chat and said anything, but I watched a bit of the video before and I did notice some sound issues. I think part of it is the emulation. I am playing Final Fantasy on an emulator. The sound seems to be okay right now. It seems to occasionally crackle a little bit. Might have to look into that in the future. Kind of see what's going on. So my goal in this stream is I I have maybe about an hour, hour and a half that I can play here before this area is going to be taken over with my son's friends, and for a little sleepover. And I just kind of wanted to use this time to, I don't know, level up a little bit, get myself some armor, get some of the new spells, and slowly start thinking about heading down towards that cave. Don't remember too much about it. It's where the vampire lives. I think it was a vampire. So I am here. The stream's looking a little fuzzy. I think I had some issues in the first stream too. I don't have the best internet connection, and if we have multiple people using it, and my son was playing a game online while I was streaming, and I think that might have affected the quality a little bit the first time. Iron. Well, let's go with the iron. Give that to Walt. Let's get the wooden shield up. Just basically need Walt to kind of be able to take the brunt of this. Let's buy another set of those gloves. Give a pair to Walt. Walt can't carry anymore. That makes sense. Let's give those to Dale. Dale could use some gloves. Oops, what am I doing? Sometimes I forget I have my control set up kind of funny here. There you go. Equip the iron. I want to know if he can actually wear the gloves. So I should sell that chain because nobody else is going to be able to wear the chain armor. If I'm not mistaken. No. Yeah, and see about getting some gloves for Dale. Oops. Sell Dale's chain. Buy some gloves for Dale. Buy some gloves. I think I gave gloves to Riza, but I did not give gloves to myself. I named the Black Mage after myself because he is cool. Unlike me. Armor. Everybody's got gloves now. I'm just going to do a little trade here. I'm pretty sure the thief can't equip a shield. Yeah. Just wanted to be sure on that. So I actually think this is everything I can do armor-wise, which is good because I'm out of cash. But it's everything I can do armor-wise right now from this town. Back in here already. Head back down. Ooh. So basically I'm gonna head back down. I like to grind on the ogres that are down there in the creeps. As I mentioned before, they give pretty good experience. I find it's kind of like the best bang for my buck at this level. Oh, Riza, I'm gonna have to heal ya. Get back up. These guys aren't too bad. Get him. soda here. Poor Dale. Dale can't handle anything. I really do hope that I'm right about him being cool once he turns into a ninja. Kizoku. I'm gonna guess that wasn't translated at all. You know, it might have just been changed over into English, the English alphabet, but nothing else. Don't know what Kuzoku is. Pirate? Okay, a lot of spells. Stop in here for the cheap inn. Really quick. Here we go. Occasionally seeing people pop into the stream. If you're watching this live, feel free to join the chat. Fun to hear your comments on this. Also be nice feedback if I could just at least know like how things are sounding on that end. I don't have you know, it's just amateur setup here, so don't really have a ton of awesome equipment. This headset I've had for years. It's garbage, but it's kind of doing the job. It's not very comfortable, but it works. The microphone seems to be okay. Also still getting kind of used. Oh, I don't like this setup. Remember the red sea hags were giving me problems before. I'm just gonna run. James can't run. No, that might be true. Back down to Elfland. Good old Asp. The problem, you know, I don't actually like fighting these guys. I think they poison you, and until I get the spell to cure the poison, it's a big pain in the ass to constantly buy antidotes at this level. Especially you get 50 gold. If I get one character poisoned, it's like 60 or 70 gold just to get the antidote to save them. Let's find out what the plot is going on here. ZZZ. I'm sleeping. And I think I mentioned this before. I don't think the loot wakes him up. No, just playing it's beautiful. Only the herb. Only herb. Is it a man named Herb will wake him? I think there's some hidden treasure around here, but I don't think I can get to it until I get the Mystic Key. Yeah, I think it's back there by that guy. So I'm gonna just go ahead and maybe talk to a couple of these guys. Astos. That's the guy I have to take care of. He ransacked everything. Maybe he's just misunderstood. Play the loot all I want. Nothing good is going to come from it. Two asps. I'm going to choose to run away from them. No! Close call, Dale. I'm going to try to pay attention to that. I mentioned in the previous stream, I think that a thief has a better chance to run away than other characters, and be something, because just as a thief, it's not really good for much else. Trying to remember too if the arachnids can also poison you. Split up the old attacks here. I think Walt can take care of that one by himself. Oh, yep. Well, confirms the poison theory. Walt can take care of him by himself. I think I might have... take care of it outside of battle. Yeah. Really 30 gold profit on that only. Gonna waste, pure. That's what it's called. I should buy those. I'm gonna need to run away from anything that can poison me for a while. That's pretty tough. So let's ice that creep. Well, the ogre, not the creep. I meant the ogre is a creep. Dice. I know that with using an emulator that it would be totally possible to speed up this run considerably by just changing the emulation speed, but kind of wanted to have this be as close to an authentic experience as possible. Lots of creeps. Might be kind of scary here, but we're going to do it anyways. I'm going to see if we can knock that ogre out completely now and then just focus on the creeps afterwards. There we go. Oops. Have her fight this second guy. That's a waste of magic right now. Of course, playing this, I wonder if it's even possible to take off the rose-tinted glasses. That's why I called this rose-tinted streaming, because I certainly have a fair amount of nostalgia for this game, and don't know that if I was coming to this fresh, having never seen or played Final Fantasy before, if I could would actually have the endurance to play through it or not, because there's definitely it's definitely not taking advantage of any like modern gaming sensibilities, and there's a lot of grinding. There is a lot of just user interface BS that's just awful to kind of play through now. I've already mentioned the purchasing of potions or any items in the shop. You know, you want to have a nice full stacked inventory of those, and you have to buy one at a time and sit there and press A over and over again. It's not really the best experience at all. Certainly back in the day, just sort of put up with it. Oh, got him. I've already leveled up to the point where my speed must be high enough where Walt is able to do 2 hits at a time. Let's grab some fire. And part of the charm of these old school sprites is it sort of left a lot up to the imagination. Played Final Fantasy before I even knew what had ever seen any anime, and didn't realize that maybe they were possibly trying to design around in a sort of Japanese kind of style. And so I just accepted that they were trying to go for realism, but this is like the best they could do with the limitations on the hardware at the time. I don't know. I don't know really why I brought that up, but just interesting to me, I guess. How your imagination, I guess, fills in the blanks. Out of magic. I should have. I'm probably going to finish him off. These guys attacking the creep. Certainly if I wanted to have this section of the game go by pretty much as fast as possible, a party of 4 fighters would pretty much decimate anything, and they'd be able to kind of tank all these hits, but it's also kind of a really boring way to play the game. I think I also used to imagine that that black mage was not actually just hiding underneath there. I thought that there was like actually nobody underneath there, it's just like this spirit creature. I think I should hit the inn. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the inn just to get my magic back. Almost have enough money to purchase level 3 spell. How much are they? 1,500. Yeah, Fire 2 or Lit 2. That would be pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. For one thing, you spam them, they attack all of the enemies at once. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get up one more level here, just fighting some guys, and then, I didn't actually, I did. I didn't think I actually went to the inn. I'm going to try to level up one more time, hit the inn, and then try to head up to the castle, just to take a walk up there. I forget, that's where like Astos lives, but I don't think you could fight him right away, so I'm going to check that out though. See what's going on there. I mentioned in the first stream also that I was playing through this on the PSP remake, which is the old PlayStation remake. It's just ported over to the PSP, and how I didn't really care for a lot of that, a lot of the updates. But that I'd also gotten almost up to the first Elemental, but it's not completely fresh in my mind either. So, kind of just trying to work my way through this. There's a lot of talk online about the Final Fantasy VI remake that was ported ported over to iOS recently, people were complaining about the graphics there. I have to admit something, as much as I consider myself a fan of the old Final Fantasy games, that was one I never got around to playing. I know it's considered by a lot of people to be one of the best Final Fantasies, and maybe definitely a candidate for something I might stream at some point in the future. I don't know if I just I don't want to just stream Final Fantasy games, but you know, that one's been sitting on my backlog for quite a few years, and definitely should see what all the hubbub's about. But anyways, I bring it up just because, you know, the update of the graphics on that one, where they looked all like they had applied some sort of filter to it. I kind of get where they're coming from, because that's the way I felt about the PSP remakes of this. I didn't care for what they did for the overall visual look of it, although technically better in just about every single way. I prefer this. I like the chunky looking squatty characters. Chunky squatty, I don't know if that makes sense, but a couple asps. I'm gonna run. I don't like these guys at all. There's the castle. I said I was going to wait to go to the castle, but I just sort of wandered up here anyways. There are more bats to talk to. I love talking to the bats. Okay. No, I don't actually love talking to the bats. It's just me talking to talk. But I do want to see if my memory is like, if this was like a fever dream or not. I'm pretty sure one of those bats somewhere in this game like actually talks to you. It doesn't just say Kiki. But probably not these ones here. Nope. Oh well. Satisfied my curiosity, if nothing else. Missing key. Get over to Astos. Oh, what? Oh, let's go back in then. Astos double crossed. Oh, he's not Astos. He wants me to go get Astos. Retrieve the crown. Well, I think he's a bad guy too. Spoiler alert. Also might be misremembering. But I'm pretty sure I have to fight that guy or somebody there. Ogres and creeps. Oops. No, attack a creep. Sure. Let's get that ogre out of here. I forget if the late game of this, I pretty much don't remember at all. Like, have anything post the class changes. I think that's like as far as I got up. But the last time I really tried to play through this game again, remember getting the rat's tail and doing that. Exactly when that happens, though. The wolves are worth fighting. Ever, I just don't like fighting them. Maybe I have an irrational fear. But I'll take them out this time. Dale's getting down there, I should heal him. Not really paying attention to health here. I guess I should, I'm not super powerful yet. Could definitely use a level up. I did just before this stream kind of check out online, and I was watching, not watching, I was reading in some forum that about people doing low-level runs of this game and beating the entire game at something like ridiculously low, like level 9 or something like that, like running from all battles. So I guess there's all sorts of challenges. Of course, the classic white mage run, where like one character runs. I'm not really into that. Although I think maybe, you know, I should try to push myself a little bit and not just, you know, grind up so that I'm invincible. I can take out a single asp. I'll have to be careful though. I didn't purchase any more pures. Which I will rectify right now. How much money do I have? 1,800. I think what I want to do is definitely get one of those level 3 black magic spells. Fire 2? Fire 2 sounds good. And then beyond that, maybe purchase 1 or 2 antidotes. I'm sorry, pures. And make sure I save enough money to hit Ye Old Inn. And buy one more. Soft 800. I do remember needing softs at some point. Some enemy turns you into stone, and if your whole party gets turned into stone, it's game over. Done 4 gold. Rock on. So I'm kind of doing this whole streaming thing just sort of for myself. It's kind of fun. Maybe just to reflect back on some of these old games and whatever game I choose to stream. You know, don't expect to ever gain some sort of following or anything like that. It's just something to do. Seems like kind of just an interesting way to play a game, is kind of just provide your own little commentary over it. It's kind of cool. I see a couple people come in, check it out for a few minutes. You know, that's cool. Come in, check it out, leave if you don't like it. That's fine. Dale. Definitely stay if you do, though. Like I said, the one thing I do hope is to eventually get some people up in chat, just in terms of seeing if there's anybody out there who like still cares about these old games. You know, seems like at least online there is an audience for just about anything, and like I said, I don't think I'm the only one who has this sort of nostalgia for some of these old classics. So oddly, what kind of first thing that kind of drew me into watching anybody else's streams were Dark Souls. Played through that game myself after watching a few others kind of struggle their way through it. Wasn't able to go in completely blind. I saw a few things, but then the excitement I saw in other people around Dark Souls kind of like drew me into that game in a way that I don't think would have been possible if I hadn't been watching those streams. So I think that was kind of a really cool thing. And I started to get into watching Spelunky streams. That game is really good. Definitely a lot going on in there. I would stream it myself, except I don't have it on Steam. I have it on the PS Vita and / PS3, and I don't have the capture software for it. But that game is awesome, and everybody should play it. Poison. This put me at the bottom of the party just because I got poisoned. Doesn't mean I'm out of it. I can still fight. I'm gonna switch everybody around. Get out of that first spot. You don't belong there. Me. I guess the good thing about streaming this is during the downtimes when there's nobody else in here, I don't really feel the pressure to talk about anything. Yet, sometimes I still do. I don't know if this is one of those like little magical patches of land that produce more of one thing or another. I know there's guides out there that like talk about like exactly where the enemies spawn and the exact patterns, and people have used those to exploit it for low-level runs and things like that. I find that stuff kind of crazy. It's cool that it's out there. It's nothing that I'm particularly interested in, though. I studied enough computer programming myself to, unfortunately, you know, sometimes see past the game and just see systems working. Kind of can sometimes take away some of the enjoyment out of a game. So whenever I can, I try to not think like that and just try to take the game for the way that the creators were sort of intending for me to see it. So really, Microsoft kind of doesn't make very comfortable headsets. So obviously, walking around and getting to the cave here is no big deal. I don't remember this music being like this kind of crazy. Excuse me. I don't think I'm ready to go into the cave quite yet. Ooh, there's some geists. This is kind of where the white mage like gets to shine whenever you get to fight anything undead. She kind of just tear through them, although she didn't quite destroy them there. Do it again. Harm these guys. I'm gonna bring you some fire just in case. Ouch. I don't think stun is a permanent thing like stone or poison in this game. No, I'm back in normal once you're out of battle. So that's cool. Team of ogres. I think that's worthy to bring out the old fire too. There you go. Top one should be dead. There you go. More down in the swamp. 97 experience from that. How much might level 7? So what I'd love to do is before I go into that cave, I'd like to be to a point where I have enough potions and maybe a tent or two to save the game on the outside. I'd like to have a silver sword, but I don't know if I'm willing to grind the amount of time it takes to get it right now. Head back to town and see what kind of spells I can get from my white mage. I think she can get the second level of Dia or Harm, as it's called in this one. Let's just knock these guys out. Fire 2 is a bit of a waste here, but it's either that or I'm gonna run away. I think the Geists give you usually a pretty decent amount of cash. Yeah, like, oh, look at that. I mean, it's like 117 for one, so like when you get a whole bunch of them, you know, 6 or even more, it'll really come through as a nice little payday. I just have enough to get a spell. She doesn't even have any level 2 spells yet. Oops. Keep forgetting. I mapped turbos the other day when I was setting up my stream. It's playing through a little game called Abadox. Should probably take those off. I definitely want the Harm 2 and the Cure 2. Harm 2 is more important, because if I get one of those battles with, like, you know, 5 or 6 Geists, definitely going to want to pull that out. I should hit the inn. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the cheap inn. Ouch. And then I think I should head back over to Pirate Town. Get myself some, yeah, go ahead, ice that wolf. Kind of just want to load up on those spells so I can kind of forget about that the town even ever exists. I don't think there's ever any reason to go back to it. I think I must look over to the chat window about like every 30 seconds or so, or whatever the delay is, because when I do it, I see myself in the stream looking over into the chat window. So, consider this making decent progress. Second stream, I'm almost up to the point where I feel comfortable going into that marsh cave. Need a lot more antidotes though. And how much do tents cost? I know I can't afford the big cabins yet, but 75. I can't even buy one right now. I can buy a heal potion though. Again, I'm trying to buy them incrementally so that I don't have to sit at a shop for 10 minutes just to purchase my full stock of potions. Sure, let's knock these guys out. See, now, what I would love is if like there was some sort of Final Fantasy master out there who could tell me, are these guys supposed to be called sea hags? And what exactly does that mean? I'm gonna need more cash though. I want to go over here. Maybe I should. Oh, I don't want to grind on these enemies over here. I don't know what I'm doing. Again, not a speed run. I think that should be pretty obvious. Kazuko guys are usually pretty decent. Although they sometimes hit hard. So I set up this whole channel and everything just using my actual name. You know, a lot of people like to have like make up some cool like avatar style name for themselves. Maybe I just don't consider myself that creative in that way, or you know, don't want to be somebody else, but just use my own name. Find it easier. I'm really concerned about like privacy aspects of that. It's what it is. So you know what my actual name is. Congratulations. I also usually post things under my actual name as well. Occasionally post things over at neogav.com. Kind of rarely. I'm not like, you know, a heavy user on that. More of a lurker than a contributor. But yeah, that's under my actual name as well. Try to create some sort of consistency across my brand. You know what you're getting when you sign up for the James Griggs experience. I'm kind of glad there's nobody here to like hear that. Although I do have it set up to auto-archive these videos for future generations, or when aliens come down to this planet and you wonder what the hell are these people doing. I've got to be kind of close to a level up situation here. No more fire. I should drink soda while doing these streams. I think water is much better. Walt can just kind of slice through these ogres like they're nothing. Well, not quite yet, but I mean, he's getting there. Oh, look at there. That would have one-hit killed him. No problem. That's my status. Oops. 575. I definitely can get that, although I never checked out the armor situation. Or I might have, but I just forgot. I was too busy going back to Pirate Town to get that kind of stuff. Copper bracelet. Wooden helmet. Yes, please. I could get that and the iron. Get the wooden thing first. Can't carry anymore. Yeah. Oh, just 1 second. I'll take myself off here. Check. So that was, I think that probably just actually all came through. So you probably heard my son was admonishing me for streaming, well, because he wanted to play Battlefield Online. Apparently that was, my streaming is messing up his ability to do that. Normally I would give in, but he's having a big sleepover tonight, and kind of like putting ourselves out for that, so give and take. So let's trade the cap for the wooden helmet. There we go. And I think Dale can wear the cap. That's no problem at all. Oh. Okay. It does remind me, though, I will have to finish up this stream pretty soon because his friends will be here in about an hour. Oh. Forgetting what I'm doing here. Have that. Buy another cap. Give it to... No, what? No. Let's buy that iron armor. Teresa. And let's see here. I already have the iron armor. That was a waste. Ouch. Oh well. Let's sell... Raises iron armor. And buy caps all around. Give that to Risa instead. Let's buy another one. Caps for everybody. Equip up, equip up. I wasted about 400 gil or gold. I don't remember. I don't have that old strategy guide anymore. I don't remember if they referred to it as gil or gold in this first game. Obviously, later Final Fantasies they did change it over to gil. There's nothing really interesting about that, just a fact. Yeah, there is a real feeling of leveling up being actually worth something in this game. Your characters do feel significantly more powerful each time they level up. Something that's kind of lost in too many modern games, role-playing or otherwise, that have leveling up systems in them. So this is my second stream today. Mostly doing two because it's new and exciting, and also because there's probably a really good chance that I won't be doing one tomorrow. As I've just already mentioned, the son has a big sleepover, and gonna basically let the kids kind of run over this area tonight for the better part of tomorrow morning. And I think tomorrow afternoon I'm going to try to enjoy just, something else. And then tomorrow evening the Academy Awards are on, and probably watch that, check it out. Kind of a big film buff, so definitely into that. Although I haven't actually watched any of the preview coverage and stuff on that, I'm not even sure. I thought I read that Ellen is hosting, but not even positive on that. This is one of the first role-playing games too, where you kind of get that loot envy of when you upgrade your weapon. It shows when you're doing your attack. Your weapon actually looks different. And, it just makes you look cooler. Just kind of why I want to get that silver, bluish-looking sword. It just kind of rocks the world for the fighter throughout the first half of this game. Would need to grind to get 4,000 for it. Hoping that can just sort of happen naturally. So I don't know if the rest of the game really requires as much grinding, or if you can just kind of start to push your way through once you get to a certain level. I mean, I do remember that once you do get your class changes, you're pretty powerful for a while after that. Of course, that won't be happening here for quite a while yet. So it might not be the fault of Microsoft, it might just be the fault of my big head, and this headset is really just starting to pinch at my ears a little bit. Just getting progressively more and more uncomfortable. I may try to do a stream just using the microphone on top of the webcam. See if that works out. So I am using the Open Broadcaster software to stream this. First attempt at doing anything. It's free. Seems to work pretty well for everything I want to do. Got things kind of set up once I figured out how to edit the scene together correctly, the way that I wanted to. But I do have, I would like to be able to, have a little bit more finer control over the audio mix. And it's just because I don't hear everything I don't hear what's coming out of the open broadcaster directly. Oh, my guy's getting quite weak. I'm gonna run away from this battle, just heal up, not really paying attention. But yeah, so if there's other streamers out there who happen to come across this and have like a good solution for audio mixing, send me a message. Love to hear about it. No, heal me. There you go. Not too bad. So I'm wondering, so the White Mage level 2 spells, I remember not thinking there was anything that was too vital over there. 1200 for me to go over and pick all of them up. But if I'm never really going to use them, should I even bother with it, or does that just mean I have to grind for an extra 1200 gil? There is no day-night cycle in this game, but I always imagined that when you're fighting in the forest here and the sky's a little bit darker, that it's, at dusk. Nerdy and lame, I know. I'm level 7. And James, of course, did a few points behind from dying early on. So I'm going to do one more quick little battle just to level up James, myself, and this is perfect. Should do it. More magic left. I'm going to hit the inn. Let's see what it is. Also want to mention, I noticed that the Twitch Plays Pokemon stream, they finally beat the game. Joined in on that a little bit earlier in the week, just because I think it's a crazy thing, and pretty cool. Weird little social experiment, I guess. Before I go to the inn, farm 2, I have that. Pretty much all the armor I'm gonna want, other than the 1000 gil bracelets that the mages can wear. You could use that. Saber. Can the thief use the saber? That's my question. Only one way to find out. I don't think he can. I think the saber... Is that what I have? Let's see. Can it? Which is stronger? I'm assuming it's stronger, but I want to make sure that it is stronger. So 14 and 22 hit percent. 14, 22. 14, 22. 18, 22. So 4 more damage on that. That's worth it to me. On the few occasions when Dale actually connects with his hits, It's nice if you can do a little bit extra damage. So that rapier. Walt has some nonsense. You can sell his rapier. Anybody else have anything extra? Just hit that iron. And he's got the small dagger. Well, I could give him the, you can get the large dagger now. I'll sell the small dagger. Get the 2 gold back for that. And then I don't think it pays to upgrade the white mage on anything until the, I think the silver hammer comes. I forget if you actually find that somewhere or if it, oops, sorry, just checking a message really quick. Sorry, I'm apologizing to the nobody that's currently in this room right now. There were some people in here before and they backed out. They don't like the grinding portion of the game. I don't blame them. But I'm going to soldier on through anyways. Because I've got nothing better to do. That's right. Drop at the end. Make sure to press reset on this emulator. I'm level 7. I'm pretty badass. You know what I'm going to do, because I'm getting to the point here where I need to stop playing for a little while, is I'm just going to go over and knock out some more of the boring stuff here at the end. I'm going to buy some potions and some pures. I should say some heals and pures, because you can't fit enough, fit all those like letters in for a potion. Let's buy a couple pures too. I do know there's just a lot of opportunities to get poisoned in this early part of the game. It sucks. I probably should have did this before I stopped at the end, because I'm going to have to save 100 to do that again. But I think with all of this, I don't want to do that right now. One more. And let's head back out. How many do I have now? Oh, getting up there, 20. I have to slowly purchase 80 more. Honestly, I don't think I don't need 100 to go through the first dungeon. Eventually, want to have 100. Okay. So I know I said I'm going to stop, but I think what I'm going to do is try to work my way back over to that cave real quick. Oh, except I got poisoned right away. Dang it. Do not like the spiders. New weapon. Ah, my large dagger 2 hits for 3 damage on these arachnid. Okay, be happy about that. Oh! Wasn't expecting myself to finish off that arachnid like that. It's like 1 to 3 damage, then he comes in and knocks in a critical for like 20. No need to do that. You're poisoned. It's something that they just, you know, programmed in, and you know, I thought this was like heavily play tested. Obviously, I'm aware of the whole idea that Square as a company was going out of business, or like, you know, dangerously close to having to shut down, and you know, the whole legend of Final Fantasy coming out as like this is their final chance to save themselves, and of course it goes on and turns the company around. But that probably means they didn't have a lot of QA on this. What I am sort of curious about, though, is like the history of this game in terms of like how this got brought over to America in the first place. Was it like co-published with Nintendo? Obviously they promoted the hell out of it in their Nintendo Power magazine. I mean, at least in terms of, you know, that standalone strategy guide that they published for it. Seems like they definitely had some sort of stake in making this a success over here. Was it just a case of the game was really successful in Japan and they thought, gotta get this over there, and, you know, it might find an audience? I do not know. Certainly not something I thought about at the time when I first played this. That's right, if you want to use a potion, I think you have to do it yourself. You can't, like, toss a potion at another character. Through these guys like the butter they are. Use up one of my 5 only pures. And I have to change my order again. Again, I'm not sure exactly if the order is incredibly important, although like it does seem to be that the top 2 characters take the brunt of most of the attacks. So I assumed it was in some sort of descending order. So this, getting poisoned like this, I'm not going to actually go into that cave quite yet. Well, maybe I will. Is there enough stuff in enemies in there that poison you as well? I forget. Switch you around. Get you out of there. Back into the marsh cave. Waste a cabin? I don't know. I should have bought a tent. shall save. Yeah, what the hell, I got a few minutes left. Let's, what's the right way to go? I want to go the wrong way, do a little exploration first, if there's any treasure around. Guys, I think guys I don't like to fight. I think they take... I think they're like resistant to physical attacks, and you need to like burn through your magic to kill them successfully. Or like your physical attacks are just super weak. So I'll run away from them. I think a general good strategy is running away if you can. If it's like not a really good fight. Okay, so that's going to send me down right away. That might be the actual way you want to go in this. Oh, well, I saved outside of here, so if I go through and get myself into some trouble, it's not like all is lost. Consider this bonus time. Kiki! You're not my mythical bat that speaks either, if such a thing exists. Oh, gotta save myself 175. Come do the dungeons first. Even though they're pretty difficult sometimes. Gargoyles. Gargoyles are not undead. That's kind of rough. You know, I think at a bare minimum, it might be nice to get those 1,000 gil circlets or rings or whatever for the mages, because look at that. When they take a physical damage, it's kind of awful. I think those I don't think that they like block a ton more damage as so much as like just increase your evasion or something like that. Regardless, anything's got to be better than what I'm wearing right now. I think I'm wearing cloth. So, huh. I see somebody actually did join the chat. Hello, Sandbag Zero. Speedrun this game. I've mentioned before, I'm playing this mostly as a nostalgia run right now. I have not beaten this game since it came out. It's just one that I've always wanted to kind of get back to, and I'm having a lot of fun so far. Although I'm kind of right up to the point where I normally quit. So I'm hopefully doing this as a stream as a way to kind of just push through it. I am a fan, though. Definitely. This is just the way that I came from. This does not seem like a good fight for me right now. I feel a little weak in here. I don't know if I don't need that. I'm having, I did not consult any sort of FAQ or any sort of guide or anything before coming back into this game, so doing a lot of this from memory, and doing poorly at it, but it's just a lot of fun. No, I'm not going to fight these scum. I do not like them. Yeah, I do not like having that much poison on me either. back in your order. Yeah, I'm gonna need to just kind of get out of here, and I'm gonna work my way back to the village, and maybe load up on a few more pures and things like that. That's the first great ogre I've seen. Is it great ogre or green ogre? I guess like when I was a kid, I played this. I thought it was GR for green. That doesn't make sense to me anymore. Poor Dale. Dale just takes a beating all the time. That's gonna be good. Wish I could just like spend about, 20 minutes or so just fighting that grouping of enemies. Load up on cash and experience. Be all set. To kind of like rush my way back, kind of pushing myself up against the envelope of how long I can spend here. Real life does tend to intrude a little bit. Although it's not a bad thing. I don't know what I'd do if this was the only thing going on in my life. So, part of my goals with each stream is to get a little bit better at this streaming thing. And, try to experience some new things there. I think I have a little bit more understanding of how to set up the audio a little bit better. And, I got my first people in chat, so that was exciting. Somebody out there who kind of came in, just announced himself. Another Final Fantasy player. It's cool. At some point, maybe I'll check out his. He says he speed runs this game. Check it out a little bit and get a little bit of tips for my run. If I get bored later on, do that. What am I going to do with 2,000? I'm so rich. 2,100 is just like the perfect amount to load up on the circlets for each of the mages and then save in the end. So let's buy one of those copper bracelet. Nope, nothing else. Let's see what that actually does though. So 3 and 54 are my defensive stats there, absorbing 3 points of damage, I think that means, and evading 54% of the time. I'm not exactly sure how the math works out on that. 3 and 54 though. 655, so I can absorb 3 more, and I evade 1% better, whatever that means. Great. Just because I'm curious if it's the same. 3 and 56. 657, yeah, so it's basically the same amount of buff for each one of them. I should get rid of those clothes because... Oops. Cloth. The inventory management is nothing special in this game. It's a little difficult to kind of keep everything in the way you want it. We'll stay. Well, an hour and a half I streamed here, and similar amount of time I did before. I'm pretty happy with how far I've gotten in this game. Certainly not going for any speed run or world record there, but yeah, it's good for me. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to call it quits here. Everybody's gone anyways, so that's fine. What? Ah. It's clicking on the wrong things. So, that's it for the second adventure in Final Fantasy. Let's see, I'm gonna lower the music on that completely. Yeah, let's put my... That's funny. Didn't mean to do that. You. Sure. So, anyways, I mess around with that later. Oh, yeah, no sound. Okay, that's strange. Well, thanks for that. I guess I'll have to check into why there was no sound. Maybe I had it down a little bit too far. Or maybe my microphone's not coming through. Well, I'll have to check it out later and fix it for the next stream. That would probably explain why people were like coming and leaving like pretty quickly. You come and join a stream and there's no sound, either game or person speaking. I would probably leave myself. So I'll look into fixing that and try to get further next time. Alright, thanks those who did join.